Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. 26, 27, 28.
Got it.
Pumpkin. No pumpkin. No pumpkin.
And
I get the impression you're not hearing anything I'm saying.
now I can hear you. The-
You missed my whole pumpkin bit.
Am I a pumpkin or are you the pumpkin?
It literally just said pumpkin. I was
Oh,
expecting some sort of reaction. I got no reaction. I'm like, okay, I guess it wasn't funny.
oh, I think it's sweet that you call me pumpkin.
Nice. Very well played.
Oh, man.
I guess it's fitting seeing how I'm holding the, I don't know, selfie stick. Like it's just standing and I'm holding it between my legs because it's easier to hold. So technically between my legs right now. Uh, so how is your birth or your party shirt doing today? Oh,
Uh, it's doing pretty good.
well,
How
now
about
it's
you?
not fun.
What?
Well, because you have the avatar, so your shirt is gone. You're wearing a different
Oh,
shirt.
yeah. Let's see if what trend?
Kind of
Oh,
annoys me. You can
none.
do
There we
that
go.
night.
You cut out there a little bit. What did you say?
I said nothing interesting. Like everything I said.
Alrighty. So what's the next step with this funnel? Uh,
I keep coming up against, I don't feel like doing any work. So what if we use floating to figure out a solution to that? Because we've come up with
okay.
like genius business solutions, but that is completely pointless unless I have the willpower to do it.
Mhm. All right. So
All right, I feel like there is two different options that are coming to mind at the moment. Number one is, since we both have our own, version of this that we're trying to test,
mhm.
just, set it up and then get on a call and just respectively do our own work. But since the
Mhm.
others, they're like, well, I can't just mess around. I mean, I could, but I know that I won't, you know?
Mhm.
The other option that comes to mind is just hiring a VA to do it for me. The only
Mhm.
thing is, I don't really know exactly what I need to do. So it's kind of hard to get someone else to do it for me when I'm not 100% clear myself. So I feel like the VA is more like, okay, you've done it for a while, you know how it works, you can just hand it off and not have to worry about it anymore.
Mhm. Hmm. I wonder if the Wi-Fi would be better if I open the door. I don't know. That seems kind of like
Well, it's better now that you're gone.
a dumb solution. That's
I think you're the problem. I don't know if you've ever seen like
usually
Mr. Bean
that's usually the
episodes.
case.
There's that episode with the TV. It's like whenever he's watching it, it doesn't work, and then he moves to fix it, and like it starts working.
Uh-huh.
Yep, that was the feeling I was getting for this. Because like the second you got up, it got better.
It's probably this shirt.
Yeah, it's just too bright. Uh,
So, so tell me what it is that you're not wanting to do and get somebody else to do.
it's weird because when it comes to like funnels and stuff, even though I don't necessarily enjoy the process, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll just do it. And I start doing it, and then I kind of keep going until I'm done. But it's the research process of, okay, where do I
Mm,
find affiliate marketers? Like I Google, it's
gotcha.
all right, top affiliate marketers, and then I find
Mhm.
articles. I use their name and Google it and find their website and see if they have a newsletter, subscribe to the newsletter to see if it's a good fit. And then I can contact them on the back end. And then I tried joining Facebook groups, but Facebook basically banned me from groups for some reason. So can't do that. And I don't know, it's just like every time I start the process, I'm like, I don't really feel like, hey, I don't really feel like doing that. So yeah, I don't know. It's funny. It's like I love the creative process of coming up with the idea. I
Mhm.
surprisingly enjoy creating the funnel and setting the back end up. And then when it comes to the final step of getting clients, getting paid, and actually doing this, I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. Which is, arguably the most
Yeah,
important.
I suspect it's because that's like the one part that you haven't done. So your brain's like, I don't know what it is. Resist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like the only important step. I could literally skip every other step, just find people, reach out to them, have a conversation, and get hired. Like all the other stuff makes the process easier and more effective. But at the end of the day,
Mhm.
without that one final step, it's all pointless.
Mhm.
So I guess I'm really, really, really dumb. Like I'm going to do all the work, but not that one final step that I need to succeed.
Yeah.
Actually, I've come to that conclusion multiple times recently for multiple different things of I'm the problem. Like I like to blame situations or I don't know, anything outside of myself, but at the end of the day, I'm to blame. And it's like part of it's like, well, that sucks. But then again, it's like, okay, if I'm the problem, then I can stop being the problem. It's kind of like to use a very concrete real life example. Oh, we're recording now. Okay.
There
Why
we
are
go.
we not recording? Never mind.
There we go. The internet from the office is terrible. So I switched to a different Wi-Fi network. It seems like it's better. All right, let's change this to Mm,
You know what? I think that's the difference between you and me. Why you've started having success and I haven't. Because we've been talking and like coming up with great ideas and you just go out and do it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna set up the whole system and then not do it. And I think this is really what they mean when they say like work smart, not hard. It's
uh-huh.
not work smart, it's work dumb. And in the sense of like, just do it. That's the only important step. It doesn't matter how great a system you come up with. If you don't do it, it's completely
Mhm.
pointless. I feel like you're looking for something.
Yeah, so you were saying like uh the part that you don't like is the research and the like finding like where do I go to get in front of the audiences and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Um like how do I put this thing in front of people?
I don't like finding clients. Actually, I don't think it's
Mm,
not that I don't like it. It's just I don't really know how to do it.
mhm,
So every time I try to do it, it just feels overwhelming and I feel like giving up immediately.
mhm.
And I usually do. I'm very good at giving up when it comes to getting clients. Like I can force myself to sit down 30 days and write a book, but I can't force myself to sit down for 15 minutes to try to find a paying client. Uh, rotate left. I would recommend right, but okay. It's funny how it's rotate left, shortcut is shift R.
What's funny?
That the shortcut to rotate the image left is shift R.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But
You flip it one last time and it flips to the back.
I found that acquiring business is the toughest challenge for professional service providers.
Yep. 'Cause the thing is, like, once you have that skill, you can literally create a business out of nowhere because you can
Mhm.
easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm realizing once again that I'm really dumb. Of like, I've been trying to, well, not I have been trying, I have built all these skills over the years of like, creating websites and funnels and newsletters and come up with genius business ideas and everything. The only part that's
Mhm.
really important that I haven't done is, hey, how do I get clients to pay me? Just like I've done so much work that is completely pointless
Mhm.
because I did not do the one important thing that's going to get me results.
Yeah. I used to tell a girlfriend who is in business. She has a cosmetics store, and I don't think she's even doing that anymore. But we used to say um, anything besides sales is a distraction. Like if you're not getting clients, doesn't matter how good your store is or like what you're selling or how much work you've put into it. Doesn't matter. You need people to buy. Oh, come on, what's going on here? I don't want this. All
Dude,
right, so
we
what?
could, I don't know if people would pay for this, but we could literally charge like $1,000 to have one conversation with a person and get them to realize everything you're doing is a waste of time. The one thing you need to focus on is getting clients. And if they realize that and they apply that principle, their business could explode. So this could be literally a very valuable offer. But all we're really doing is stop doing everything except getting clients. That is the
Mm.
one to focus on.
Mhm.
It's like that could be our offer. Like just getting them to understand and like internalize that one concept.
Mhm. So it's like I can help you get clients, and it's just a mindset conversation to like stop doing anything that's not getting clients.
Because that's literally like
It's
the
like,
biggest
oh, but I
problem.
have
It's
this
like,
new tool that I want to learn. It's like, is it getting you clients? No, stop doing it. Go get clients. I think that would be valuable.
oh,
Oh my word. The internet is terrible.
we could literally be like coaches and have like back in the, well, I don't think you did the get ahead challenge, but anyway, the challenge that led into the, wait, what was that? The name of that coaching program that we were in?
Yeah, even Pagan's like, I don't know, like online coaches or like the
Anyway,
get ahead. There's the get ahead challenge or the, I forget.
anyway, in the get ahead challenge, there was one guy who he was a coach, and instead of doing like 1 hour sessions, he'd do 15-minute sessions. And his strategy is like, hey, 15-minute sessions, unlimited sessions. But in order to unlock the next session and book the next session, you have to do what we discussed in the last one. And
Mm,
I forget how much money he was making, but I don't know if he was making like millions per year, but definitely like multiple hundreds of thousands. And it's
nice.
like, that could be our offer. It's like 15-minute coaching sessions, unlimited sessions. And all we
Mhm.
focus on is what do you need to do to get sales? Okay, go do that. Like
Mhm.
that, because I feel like that would yield so many more results than, hey, we have this business strategy or this business system or this thing. Is like at the end of the day,
Yeah.
that's all that matters. The business is like, ooh, we think it's like 20% business and 20 and sorry, 80% business and 20% like getting clients, but it's the opposite. And the
Mhm.
20% that is business is completely pointless without clients. So you don't need to worry about it until you figure out that 80% of how to get clients.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay,
How
what
do
if that
I?
became our one single focus?
There.
We're not allowed to work on the business until we get a client. Because I feel,
That
at least for my
sounds.
business, like it's set up enough that if I get clients, I can start, serving them. And if not, like what I need to do to set it up or finish setting it up is very, very simple.
Mhm.
Because I feel like even if we did like a 30-day challenge and only 1 hour per day, we're working on getting clients. Like if we if we work for 30 hours to try to get a client, I feel like there's no way that we won't get at least one client.
Yeah.
And especially with the systems that we're like coming up with and the business strategies, like we can offer very high price things for very little work on our part. So it's like
Mhm.
the delivery part of the equation isn't really that important. Like it doesn't require much work from us. So it's like, all right, let's get clients. When we get clients, then we can figure out, all right, how exactly do we deliver on the promise that we made?
Yeah.
I'm realizing like, okay, I need to do like a challenge of some sort. And the second that I realized that, I'm like, I don't want to do that. By the way, is there a reason why you're hiding?
Um, I'm trying to see if it saves the bandwidth, so I can actually look at these pictures I took. I went to the bookstore yesterday. I went to the business section and I started a swipe file of a ton of books. And so what I'm looking for specifically is the copy. So that all the books that are like the jacket cover is visible instead of the spine being visible. I am making the assumption that they have paid for kind of like premium places in the bookstore. So like on end caps, when the book is like flush visible, so you can see the cover. Like I'm assuming those people are paying to get more exposure, and so they're probably paying, like they're probably making more sales.
I mean, I don't know
There's
if they're paying, but there's definitely going to be a higher conversion rate with that.
yeah, and especially for books that are like, oh, we're on the and we're an international bestseller or like 1 million copies sold or those sorts of things. Like they're doing something right. So I'm looking at the copy. I mean, it's straight up copywriting. It's like the most of these books have, there's a key idea, which is the title, and then the subline is kind of narrows down the narrows down the niche to like what you're going to get with this particular take on the topic. So I found something that I thought was really interesting. Let's see if I can share this.
I
So
wonder if
there,
this concept of questions would work for book titles. I feel like it would. It's like the title is the question and the answer is the book.
well, look at the idea of this book. One word that will change your life. This is in the business section of the bookstore, but it's like there's a word meant for you. When you find it, live it, and share it, your life will become more exciting and purposeful than ever. One word is a little book that conveys a profoundly simple idea. Discover your one word for the year. Own it, live it, and experience its impact on your life. This book is priceless. The 1 Minute Manager, leading at a higher level. This guy, head coach at the University of Notre Dame. My wife and I read one word, we loved it. So it's like this book's, I mean, really they're selling focus, but the hook is all you have to do is find that one word that's the right word for you that will give you the filter that everything else kind of falls through. And that's what we're talking about. It's like your business can be summarized by one question. And if you can get people to ask that question, the answer, the perfect fit answer for that question is your business.
I guess the equivalent for a question business is, what is the one question that will make you rich?
Yeah. This one question will get you clients. The one question.
Ooh, dude, ask and grow rich.
Oh, but dude, that's totally it. Like the ask and you will receive. It's knowing how to ask. So yeah, if we literally, one question will change your business, will transform your business. One question will explode your business. I mean, we're just like literally modeling the idea from this thing, but it's like there's a single question that when asked will get you clients over and over again. And you, like, if you find that one question that your business is the perfect answer to, all you have to do to generate leads is ask that one question everywhere. Because then you're opening the loop for those people to be thinking like, how do I answer this question? And you have the perfect answer, your business.
Hmm.
And I think that's the perfect lead into what we do, which is just talk and constantly ask questions. And so it's like, if somebody's wanting, I mean, it's fine coming up with ideas and business models and business plans, but it's like, what people actually want is more money. It's like they need to make more sales, so they need to get more clients. And sometimes they think that, oh, well, if I make my business better, or if I have a better process, or whatever. Like, what's the thing that will get you clients? And if you ask the right question, like, do you want me to build your audience for you? If somebody says yes to that question, well, that's what I do. That's what I do for a living. And you're saying like, you want me. So that question is the right thing for my audience to say yes to and to pay me. So if you can figure that out, I mean, I think that's what we need to do, is like, what is that question?
Hmm.
And I think like even selling this idea is, you could probably reach out to these three guys and like pitch that very idea to them. You're like, okay, we have this idea for a business. It seems to work. We've made some sales with it. We'd like to make this thing work. And you guys wrote a book that's right along this idea. Will you help us like figure out what we need to do to make this into a big business? But honestly, I mean, I feel like we can do it too. It just might be faster getting some other people's eyes on it.
Hmm.
Oops. That's not what I wanted to do.
I feel
Let's
like
see.
there's something obvious that we're missing here.
Um, the secret to happiness at work. So here's, I mean, pain is people hate their work. So they're saying, here's how to be happy at work. So that gets your attention. And then the subline is how to choose and create purpose and fulfillment in your work. So if people are saying, yeah, I just want to be more fulfilled, I want my work to feel like it has a purpose, like they're using language that their market uses to just really help them feel like they're understood. Let's see, what's the back of the book say? Bring joy back to work. Great work experience is important because it influences so many aspects of our lives. We spend the majority of our time at work. Simple math suggests that we will have an outsized influence on our lives. Reveals the secrets of joyful work in this quick how-to guide for fulfillment. There's a lot of repetition. Joyful work, fulfillment, pointing to groundbreaking research on personal, family, and child health. Tracy unlocks both simple hacks and detailed strategies. Create lasting fulfillment. So that's a wide net. This is like, if you're looking for something simple, like simple hacks, this is for you. If you're looking for detailed strategies, this is for you. Create lasting fulfillment and happiness at work. So again, the happiness comes back in fulfillment, comes back in with emphasis on the power of relationships. You too can find true meaning and lasting joy in your career. There's a lot of like repetition of the stuff that that audience wants. That so we probably should just talk about getting clients a lot more. Like, let's see. Let me look at this thing here again. Do you want to double your income for free with no extra work?
That sounds familiar.
Do you want to double your income for free with no extra work?
Oh, and you know the beauty of this?
Hmm.
People like me are not like good clients because do you want to double your income? Well, I'm not making anything, so 2 times 0 is still 0.
Yeah. So how could you say that in a way that immediately tells people who you're trying to help and what needs to qualify them?
Well, because that page is on the back end. The people I'm going to send the link to, I've already qualified. I know it's people with lists. I know
Gotcha.
it's people with like who are affiliate marketers and everything. So it's like no one who gets
Mhm.
there will see this without first being qualified. And
Uh-huh.
even if they do, the first, like I literally start the video with, I have 4 questions for you that qualify them. It's like, if you answer no to any of those questions, close the window, you're not the right person for this.
Mhm.
So it's like, even if they somehow end up there and they're not the right person, well, they're probably going to find that out very quickly.
Yeah. How do you qualify them before they hit this page?
Well, because the strategy is I'm going to do some research and find them either like on Google or Facebook groups or by any other means. It's like, once I figure out it's a person that could be a good fit,
Mhm.
then it's like, hey, here's the link, go check it out.
Yeah. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is like the copy that's on here doesn't tell me that I'm a good fit. So even if you know they're a good fit, like you have to help them see it too. And so, like what I just read in the copy of this book, it's like there's so much freaking repetition. And it's like I think it's because most people just skim stuff. Most people really are not that engaged. And so you have to just kind of plaster it with the buzzwords, the things that stick out to that kind of person. So that wherever they happen to glance, it's so like the first thing that they're gonna see is gonna be like 100%, because this is so broad. Like, do you want to double your income for free with no extra work? Like, okay, but how? Who? Is this for anyone? And if you could say the headline in a way that communicates affiliate marketer with big list, like, let's see. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mhm.
Make up to 5 times your revenue, oops, from your newsletter. With no extra work. So if you said like, what?
No, go ahead.
So it's like, do you want to make up to 5 times your revenue from your newsletter with no extra work? So it's like, you know that they know they need to have a newsletter. Somebody who doesn't have a newsletter is not going to go any further than that, probably. And it doesn't have to be like that, specific of language, but I think there's probably ways to like tweak that headline so you're telling them exactly who needs to be paying attention, and just keep tweaking in terms of like the language that market uses and wants to hear.
I'm just wondering if, once again, we're overcomplicating things. All we need to do is just go out, research, find people, and have conversations. Like, I created the page just because we said like, okay, let's go out and do it today. So I did that yesterday, but I don't really know if I need a page. I feel like I can get the exact same result from just having a conversation with the person.
So what if we just tried that today? Just have that conversation.
The issue comes from, where do I find these people? That's always the issue for me. It's like, I know the business, I know the product, I know sales, like I know everything. It's just, how do I talk to people? Well, no, how do I find people to talk to?
Yeah.
I just wish like I had someone who's like really good at doing research. So I'm like, all right, go find me these people. I'll give you like $100 or whatever. Like, they just take a couple hours and like do
Yeah.
research and give me a list. And it's like, all right, reach out to those people. Let's do it. Like, that's easy. That I could do. But it's like, how do I find
Yeah.
people? Hmm. What if we applied the floaching, creating, like, coming up with a business idea, but for, customer acquisition? So it's like, all right, what is the simplest, easiest way to find your ideal client? Because so far we're like, all right, what's the question we need to ask? How do we create the business? How do we provide value? How do we do it with a little, like, at least as little work as possible? But we've never really taken the time to figure out, like, how do we find our ideal client?
Yeah.
Ooh, or do we need to? Because I feel like who we are, we can easily come up with something valuable for pretty much anyone. So what if we just find people who are interested in something and then pitch them, like, I don't know, something to help them? I don't know. I feel like figuring out how to help someone is going to be way easier than trying to find the right person to fit our business. So what if, instead of like coming up with a business and then we're like, we need to find this person to offer them this service, what if instead we're like, all right, let's just find anyone and then figure out, okay, what can I offer the person that they want? So it's literally like a reverse business. So instead of creating the business first, it's like we find the audience first, or the client first, and then we're like, all right, what business do we offer them? Because if we find out a way to do that, we literally have, like, we don't have to do any work, because any person who's in the, like, online industry, entrepreneurship, anything like that, as long as we find a person like that, which is very easy, like tons of groups and we already know a bunch of them, the question then becomes, how do we help this person? and then we just come up with an offer or pitch, and it's like, all right,
Yeah.
you're trying to do this. We have these skills. We can help you in this way. Are you interested?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if we find a strategy to make that work easily, it really doesn't matter what service we offer, because we have enough, like, I don't know, skills and connections and smarts to come up with something to help pretty much anyone in any industry, I feel.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe we've literally been focusing on the wrong thing. Like, the business needs to be, find a person, any person, and then figure out how can I help them in the easiest way for me, the quickest way for me, and that I can charge a high price for.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's the something simple or broad, like the business, like the one question business idea, that can
Mm-hmm.
apply to anyone. It can be a coach, it can be a motivational speaker, it can be like anything in the entrepreneurship realm.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, then we don't need to find a specific person. It's just like, all right, find anyone within that industry and just pitch it.
Yeah.
This feels like a cool challenge. It's like, instead of, starting with the funnel, it's like, all right, how do I find the right people to go in this funnel? It's like, let's just randomly find people and randomly pitch them whatever seems right for them until someone
Mhm.
says, yeah, okay.
This is pretty decent little page. Just feels a little hard to read. So one of the guys that uh, hired me, he put together an offer. It's like, establish your business foundations, attract your ideal clients, and make consistent sales. And it's for a strategy call. Like, the whole purpose of this is to just get you to book a call. And he's got way too much stuff on this page, I feel like.
I feel like
Got
most
this.
people have too much stuff on their page.
It's like, here, open Zoom. But this is the land page. It's got this gigantic button up here. This little GIF that's like a little social ad, that's just designed to get your attention. And then it's like, I guess he did this specifically for the group that we're in. His fellow member of CrowdScale, invite you to book a complimentary strategy call with me. There's a big button to take action. He's got all these things that he's saying is useful. Check out some of my tips in the 10-minute video below. He's got a video, then he's got some, like, this is his like authority picture, like making $10,000 in affiliate marketing commissions from the stuff that he's going to teach you. Here's a testimonial from somebody he worked with. There's what can we talk about on our strategy call? Tell me where you are stuck in your business and I will share some tips to help you get the breakthrough. See, that's like way too broad. Like, the strategy call should be about like one thing. If you want this one thing, you get on the call. If you don't, then like, that's not what this is about. This feels too unstructured to make somebody be like, oh, I need that. Optimizing your Facebook profile, diagnose your market, identify your niche, all about them, generating and attracting leads, sales and follow-up. Who is this call ideal for? Entrepreneurs that don't have a clear strategy for monetizing their personal brand. I'm starting to notice a funny pattern. I see this with myself, and the people that I really get to know well, is like all of the stuff that they are putting in their marketing is the stuff that they want. It's like the people that don't have a clear strategy, like that's literally what he talked about when we sat down on a call. He's like, I'm not sure I have like a clear strategy for like building out my audience, that kind of stuff. And it's like he's been in somebody else's program and he's been following it and he's making money, but he's like, but there's so many things about it I don't like about it. I feel like I'd rather be teaching it my own way to other affiliate marketers, people who want to make money. And anyway, it's really funny. Like people talk about what they know and what they want instead of really truly like letting go and just listening. What does the market need me to say? What does the market need me to teach or do for them? And I'm like, I even see that with myself. Like I hang around groups that are like heart-centered and stuff. I'm like, the people who are really out there making lots and lots of money, like they don't really care about people's feelings. They don't really worry too much about like, if you want to give me advice, like tell me what I'm doing wrong. Like, let's fix it and just go do it. And there's a whole segment of people like me who want to like figure out how to do business in a way that feels good. But it's like, I don't think that's the first group of people to start helping, especially if I haven't done that sort of like.
All right, so what if we did the opposite of that? What if we like narrow down and figure out something that can apply to pretty much anyone? Something like, hey, do you want to double your income from your business? Something very simple like that, that most people entrepreneur like realm would say yes to. And then we deliver on that. And it's like literally like stop being an idiot, go focus on getting clients. Like just strip it down to the basics. So it's like, all right, what's the one question you need to ask for your business? All right, you figure that out. That's simple. All you need to do now is focus and go get clients. Like everything else is like, no, stop being an idiot, stop distracting yourself, stop wasting time, go find clients. And it's like the opposite of, oh, well, everything's gonna be good and feel good and easy. It's like, no, keep it simple, go do the work.
Yeah.
It's kind of like almost in your face kind of coaching of like, sorry, but I'm kind of gonna be a dick because that's what you need.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if I can do that with the crowd that I'm in, because I've spent so much time like aligning to that value. Like they see me as somebody that's safe. But then if I start saying, okay, you're not making sales, the only thing you should be focusing on is go get some clients. If you're building anything, you're wasting your time. Like, and because I'm not starting with that, like I've had this whole pre-existing conversation of, all the things that they like, all the things that they want. Like I've kind of painted myself out as like, that's who I am. So they can hear what I'm going to say, as opposed to somebody who the first thing that they do is tell people, you're doing everything wrong in your business. Like, go get some clients. If you don't have a relationship with somebody and they come across as aggressive, people are just going to completely tune them out. So I wonder if I can just leverage my existing network by like I've done all of this, now turn it all upside down. And because I'm doing something different than what I'm doing, it'll create new attention, but it's like I've already built enough relationships that people will listen. I don't know. Let's see. He's got a lot of testimonials from people. That's what I should be doing. I should be doing stuff that's opens the door for me to be able to ask them for a testimonial, because I'm helping all kinds of people. I feel like I should, every time I do something with somebody or for somebody, I should turn it into a testimonial.
Yeah, that would definitely be valuable because then any offer that you come up with, you already have a bunch of testimonials.
Yeah. And I probably do because I record so much of my stuff. I just need to go find all those clips where people say like, oh, this is so helpful, or like, you know, this blew my mind. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to do this or whatever. I've got I've got a fair amount of things like that recorded somewhere that I gotta go dig up. Go through, a backlog of stuff. I think I should probably do that. Like have a post call SOP of like I need to go clip that stuff like the minute I get off of a call with them. Like if they said something that I can use as a testimonial, I'll just ask them like, hey, are you okay if I, share this? Um,
Dude,
Hmm.
you're an idiot. Go find clients. I just realized like we're falling in the same track again. It's like, yes, down the line, it's going to be very useful, but for now, it's a complete waste of time.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I have $1,000 client. So what do I need to do to fulfill on that? He's asking me to help him with the same thing that I'm doing, which is like I need to find clients. So what would I do to find clients? What does he need to do to find clients? Like if we get this process consistent of like what's the one question that we need to ask? Okay, so I'll just data mine my Facebook profile. So let's see. Facebook groups. Right. This naming controls. This. Okay, close this, close this, close this, close this. So I have a swipe file for his community. All right. So I want to open up Unchurch, and I want to open up. There's Randy's other attitude of gratitude. That's the one. And the teachings. Transformation of consciousness. Spiritual, but not religious. I'm hearing somebody's phone keep ringing. It's annoying. Public group. I think it's this one. This one? Oops. Maybe it's not that one. Spiritual advertising for everyone. Sell, promote your spiritual items. Ooh, that's that's probably not what I need to look at right now. That's a different. Where's that group? This one? No, that's a private group. It must be this one. But how do I see? Well, I've posted.
Well, it says you're not a member, so. Unless you
It's a
let the,
public group, so anybody can post there.
you don't need to join?
I don't think so. Public groups, anybody can come and post. They can see anything that's in the group.
I didn't know that.
How do I search my notifications? Hmm. Open notifications. This is not the right group, I don't think. Wait, can I search? Can I search the group if I'm not in it?
You can probably just search for your name.
Try that. Posted by me.
Ah,
Didn't find anything in this group. Okay, so it's not that group. My group. Wait, I'm in a group called spiritual. Ah, crud. I don't know how to Facebook apparently.
well, at least, you know, Facebook.
That's so slow. Okay, come on. I just saw it. Is it not in my groups? Did I just not look carefully enough? All right, well, I feel like I'm trying to open up a gajillion things. Maybe I don't do this. Okay, just rich. Special, different, gifted. Hmm.
I feel like there has to be a simple way to do this. Hmm. Maybe if we shrink the timeline, that's gonna help us focus. It's like, all right, let's say you had to find a client today by the end of the day.
Yeah.
Or
Mhm.
even like if you want to shrink it even more, it's like, all right, need to find a client within the next hour. What do you do? Like that level of thinking takes us like out of theoretical and into practical. Like, okay, what would I do if I needed to do this in an hour? It's like with an hour, you don't really have the time to go and do the research. So it's like, all right, how would I find a client in the next hour?
Well, that's the thing. It's like, I don't know. the answer to that. So the research is like, I mean, I guess this is my typical process that I do, which is slow. It's like when you absorb a bunch of information and then distill it. All right. So what's the one question I can ask that unchurch is going to be the answer to?
I mean, out of curiosity, like, is Randy's program, is it the unchurch or is it something like within that, something separate?
It's going to be a paid membership. That unchurch is like, I think unchurch is going to be the like the kind of
So
lead generator.
couldn't you just find someone within the unchurched community? There's 289 people. Odds
Yeah.
are at least one of them is going to be interested.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be like what I want him to do is post an ad in Unchurch and in his attitude of gratitude. So we could start. But I don't think, I don't know. So one of the things that I hear, one of the things that I've heard people say is they're looking for purpose, being able to help people who don't have what they like. They want to give people what they didn't have. Jess said, like, how do you put a label on people who don't do labels? That's what I guess I don't really need to do a swipe file yet. I just skim this stuff. Like, so let's go back to features. Featured. There up front. Stepped away from religion. I mean, that's what a lot of these people stepped away from religion. And that might be good enough. Victim. I mean,
Maybe
I
this is
identify with
more
that.
work you want to do, but if you just went in this group, there's 289 people. So what
Mhm.
if you had a conversation or start a conversation with 10 people within that group
Mhm.
every day? Do that for 29 days and you've spoken to literally everyone. I feel like just having conversations, you're going to figure out very quickly
Mhm.
who's the right fit and who's not.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, for me, it's just sort of like, what's the right thing to lead with those? Well, I guess I could just start talking with all the people who are posting. Best thing in life are the people we love, the places we've been, and the memories we've made. Plant medicine retreat. Wishing on the stars is important. And always will be optimist. Never measure your life by conditions. So looks like there's a couple of people who are posting frequently. See all the rising stars. So this Greg, who is this? Shared a post, founding member. He's posting a lot of pictures and stuff. And that's kind of who we need. We need some people who are just like taking lots of action. If he's got a whole bunch of stuff he can post, like just having content generators is really useful. Let's see, who else? Conversation starter, founding member. See all founding members. Here, let's talk to all the founding members.
Oh, you're looking for 10 people, right?
Yeah. So there's the first, those are the like the earliest bought in people at the beginning.
I'm assuming it's 20 because I'm assuming Randy's in that group, but
Yeah.
account. So 20 people. You just need
Mhm.
half to say yes.
Yeah. So I just need to start a post and tag all these people. And well, let's see if I can write something right off the top of my head. I can write something off the top of my head. All right, I'm gonna set the intention right now. I'm gonna write a post that will draw these people in to connect and give their opinion and feedback. That's what I want. I want them to be giving their opinions and their feedback
So what if you do a
and to
group like
engage.
a post speaking directly to founding members and you tag all the founding members and it's like, hey, you've been here since the very beginning. What do you think? Like, what do you want from this? Like, what's missing? What do you appreciate from this? And
Yeah.
just kind of get them
Okay.
thinking.
Yeah. The why did you join is great.
Why did you join? Yeah, or maybe like, what
Mhm.
would you like to see next from this group?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that opens the conversation because it's literally like setting
Mm-hmm.
them up for you to be like, oh, well, there's this thing where like we've come up with. Do you think it would be a good fit for you?
Mm-hmm. This is the one.
I've heard that before.
Yeah. What's the
Hey,
biggest change you think people need to grow spiritually? 100 comments.
wow. I didn't realize you were that good at getting people to comment. Good job.
That's all I do, man. It's like I mean, that's part of why I do the research. It's like to figure out what is it that's important to the people in this community. And I think what you're saying is like allowing me to shortcut the process. Is just ask people, hey, what's important to you in this community? But that's what I did was like, the people in this group, they're like spiritual, but they don't care for religious stuff. And see, this is also a successful post because they're talking about the core value of this. Like, what does Christian mean to you when you left Christian religion to become spiritual, but not religious? So these guys are talking about, oh, this is perfect research for. I still appreciate the Christian part of Christmas, the same way Ramadan or Passover. All belief systems can be incorporated with respect without my actively doing any of it myself. I'm more spiritual than religious. I have a relationship with God, but I feel religion is separated too many people. This is an idea that I think a lot of people repeat. Religion is separated too many people. Yeah, instead of connecting people. That's what people want is the connection. I celebrate this season of love, family, sharing in the name of special man. To be honest, many atheists celebrate Christmas without giving a damn about Christianity. Why? Because it's fun. That's an amazing comment. I love that. I don't put up any trees or do any Christmas stuff. Manifest and enjoy life. The birth of an
I-
incarnate God.
I was gonna say not to be a
is
dick, but yes, kind of.
divinity in him
dick.
in-
I think you're wasting your time right now. You're doing research when all you need to do is figure out what's the right version of the post that you need to create.
Yeah,
So get your head out of your ass.
well, let's go back.
I don't know. I have no follow-up to that. And it's like I'm basically just doing with you what I know I should be doing with myself. Of like, stop wasting time. Just do what you got to do.
Yeah. Alright. Well, I know for sure. I
Last
need
time we did
tag
this,
these
we were
people.
talking. You live posted the question. You made $1,000. So let's do
Yeah,
that again.
do it again, do it again, do it again. Alright. Tag a bunch of people. Fill it. Oops. Philip. Ori. There we go. Joey. Lynn. Petra. Darcy. Jess. No people found. Interesting. She's a founding member, but she's not. Did she leave? Maybe she left the group. Kathy Robinson. Oh, maybe she has her profile hidden or something. Barry. Daniel. Brown. Oh no, Daniel Perez. Jeremy. Jorgensen, Peter. Rogers. Greg. Cindy. Aaron. Aaron Lightbringer Howard. That sounds like a made up name.
You know what's funny about this is you could literally create one post and get all 10 people you need from that one post.
Yeah,
It's like maybe not. Maybe you'll get 1 or 2 or 0, but it's like no matter what, this feels like
yeah,
this is the one thing you need to be doing.
yeah. My guess is it'll probably be a combination of this. Like, but just keep building on. It's like, okay, so this conversation is gonna go somewhere, and then keep just like herding the conversation direction in the area. It's like, okay, but like, what would you be willing to pay for? Like, what is it that you want to be happening right now? What is it you want to be building? What is it you want to see? What's going to make the world better? What is it that you want? That makes you more of the person that you want to be. And if they're the ones generating the offer, it's going to be hard for them to say no to it.
Oh, dude.
Hmm.
What if this is the answer to what I was talking about before of like finding people and offering them what they need rather than coming up with a business and then trying to find the right people for it? It's this principle of just
Mhm.
find one, start a conversation with them, ask the right questions to figure out what they really want, and then come up
Mhm.
with the pitch and be like, hey, you said you wanted this. If I could help you accomplish
Mhm.
that, how much would that be worth to you?
Right.
And it's like getting them to craft the offer.
Yeah.
And then you just offer to deliver on what they said they wanted. Imagine if It was that simple.
It is that simple. That's literally what Brian does for his offer launches.
Write something, nothing interesting.
We need to mention the founders.
Yeah, I was gonna say, cause then like, it's like, oh, that's why I was tagged, okay.
What do you want to see in this group or what should we be doing?
Maybe something along the lines of like, where would you like to see this group go? Or like, what's the next level of this or something like that, like future oriented maybe.
I feel like that could be the next level of question.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
like, if it's like,
Yeah, you can start simple if you want. Is that a more complicated version of the question? Is it's like, why did you join this group? That's basically what you're
yeah,
asking, wondering
yeah.
why you're wording it differently.
Why did you join this group? All right, let's just put that. I should do the exact same thing in this one. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe let's see how this plays out. If people are in both groups, it would look weird. I just post the exact same.
Well, it depends. If you tag the same people in both group, yes.
Mhm.
But if not, like the odds of them seeing it are pretty slim anyway.
Oh, I'm a founding member in here too? What? Well, that's cool. I
You
didn't
should have
even know
tagged
that.
yourself.
Why wasn't I on here? Rude.
Oh, someone's typing in comment. Or is that you?
That's not me. I'm a founding member. And you and 21 others helped build Unchurch by sharing it, inviting people, or creating posts when the group was new. Hmm.
Well, your work for the day is done.
Well, if okay, I'm trying to think like, what is the actual one question that could get like half of these people into a membership like tomorrow? And I don't think we know that without doing the actual research of asking them. But like, just to play the game for a second. So if we started a paid membership, what would make you want to join? If we
Ooh,
started a
that-
paid membership, what would you be
Like-
excited about helping build? Or if we built a paid membership together for this group, what should it have?
I like that first question of if we built a paid membership, what would make you join? Because you're
Yeah,
literally like the question that if they answer in the group, like the paid membership is the answer, it's like, oh, by the way, that's exactly what we're starting to build
Mhm.
right now. Would you like to help us build it?
Mhm.
Hmm. It's funny because as we're talking, I'm like, man, you're really good at what you do. How can I get someone like you to help me build my business?
Who could you possibly ask?
Okay. Why don't we do this? Why don't I hire you to find people for my business since I seem to not be able to want to do it myself?
I'm sorry, what did you say? I was writing and I wasn't paying attention to what you said.
I was saying, what if I hire you to get me clients since I seem to not want to do it myself?
Sure, I could try.
All right, so how do we do this? What's
Um,
what's your price?
well, I charged Randy $1,000 to get the first 12 people that are gonna like attract more people. And then he was like, can you help me get 100 people in the membership? I'm like, I said yes. In my head, I'm like, well, if I find the right 12 people who are gonna be like promoters, it's like that will get the 100. I don't need to actually do the real work, but it's like, um, how the fulfillment happens is like all he wants is like, oh yeah, I want to get 100 people into a paid membership. And so I feel like my strategy of finding the right people who are gonna continue asking and promoting, it's like if they're invested, if they're helping build it, they want it to succeed and they want people in it. So I mean, you got to start with a small number on your way to the big number. So you want to get the right first group of people that are all gonna like stay excited and keep each other on the journey on the way to that. Anyway, um, what if we did this? We did the $1,000 exchange, and that seemed to be like a really good experience in terms of, I mean, took a while to kind of see some results out of that experiment, but I feel like it really did pay off. What if what if we said, like, I'll give you 10% of my business if you give me 10% of your business, or we set up like some sort of referral affiliate, like you're plugging my thing in your business and I'll plug your thing in my business. Like, as
Yeah,
if we're gonna build something, it's like if we do it in a way that's like, well, if I'm helping you, it's gonna help me because the more people that you have on your list, the more people you can promote to for my thing. And it's like not all of them are going to be a good fit, but for the ones who want something more like what I'm doing and not what you're doing, like that's really helpful for me. So it helps me to help you build your list and vice versa. It's like helps you to promote stuff because you're helping the people who don't want your thing, but they might use something else.
I'm definitely
Mm.
down for like the split share or whatever. I just feel like in the beginning where we are right now, we need like real world, like upfront cash to motivate us. Without that, we're not gonna do
Mhm.
it. So it's
Well, that's
like,
true. Yeah.
I mean,
In
I'm more
terms
than
of
happy
like
to
just
give you like a percentage of the
commitment.
back.
Yeah.
But for now, it's like, all right, what if I paid you like $100 per, like, not paying client, but like per person that buys in to like, yeah, okay, let's partner together, build this backend offer for me, and you get like 10% of the backend. This is cool. We're seeing this like evolve in real time.
Why is my screenshot thing? Did the same thing. This is how social media is built like to exist. Like Facebook algorithm rewards you for talking to people, like having conversations. So like this what's happening right here, it's gonna try to share this post with more people in the group. So like a lot of the posts that I've done that have gotten like hundreds of comments is because I'm willing to sit there for an hour and actually talk to the people who show up. Most people post something and then they like abandon their baby on the side of the road, basically.
Yeah,
That feels a little too.
I love the sloth
Not
one from
serious.
Utopia.
Zootopia. That was a fun movie.
Yeah, it was. They're actually making a TV series on Disney Plus like next year, this year, I forget.
Oh, for Zootopia?
Yeah.
What is this? My internet is so slow. It's so frustrating. My goodness. Let's try smile. Hmm.
I guess Facebook doesn't want you to smile.
Okay, well, let's do it. Let's start small. So what would it be worth to you to get the first like beta customer for this newsletter um newsletter duplication business? Like you get like a guinea pig that actually wants to try your thing. How
It
much would
really,
you charge them and what is it worth to you to,
I would charge them zero because I just make a
or should
percentage of
we?
back end.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's right.
Like that's the whole pitch. Like if
So
it's a person with a 10,000 person list or more, and it's like they fit the
yeah.
criteria, like online business, affiliate marketing, they run the business through the newsletter and they have like 10,000 people on their list. Like it would be a lot of work for me to set everything up the first time. But it's like if I make 10% of the back end and 1% ups, like 1% opts in, and that means like they're making, wait, 1% of 10,000 would be 100 times 100. That's no, wait, 1% of 10,000 is one. No, not 1,000. It's 100, right? Yeah, okay. So 100 times 100 is 10,000. Yeah, so they're making 10,000 per month. If I make 10%, that's 1,000 per month coming into my pocket on the back end of that. Like that's very simple, basic math that I don't know if it's going to convert like that, but if it does, like this one deal could like end up making me like 12,000 per year, let's say. It's like I really don't know how much I'm willing to pay. It's just because like it's upfront, so I don't know.
Mhm.
Like if it's guaranteed, like yeah, sure, I'm gonna pay $1,000 to make like 12,000 per year, sure, 100% of the time. But since it's the first time, I don't know. So I guess the question is, what are you comfortable charging to do the work to go out to find someone like that?
Well, let's see.
It'd be so funny. You just do like a 5-minute Google search, find someone, you're like, all right, that'll be $1,000.
Well, let's do this. Um,
Because I feel like a really good strategy would be finding Facebook groups and joining them for like solo ad swaps. And in there, it's
mhm,
like people are always asking, like, hey, I'm looking to do a swap with like a person who's in this industry who has this big of a list. And like you can ask specific
mhm,
things. People are kind of used to that. So they're gonna be like, oh yeah, me. It's
mhm.
like people raise their hands because like that's the whole point of the group. The only thing is Facebook
Yeah.
hates me at the moment and I can't join any groups. So that's not an option for me.
Oh, weird.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure it's
Yeah.
because I made
So.
a joke comment on my friend's post a couple weeks ago and Facebook didn't like it because I was making fun of Facebook and they blocked me.
Wow.
Because he was
Rude.
complaining like, why do I keep seeing the same post over and over again, even though I've already seen him and already reacted? I'm like, I just made like a joke rant comment about like Facebook not caring about anyone and everything. And it's just like now I'm blocked from joining groups. I'm like, that is the only explanation I can think because I've done nothing else that was wrong. Okay, so how about this for a deal? How about $100 per like client and 10% of whatever I make? So it's like if I end up making
Sure.
$1,000 per month, then you make $100 per month plus the 100 upfront. So it's like if they stay for a year, it's like um no, actually yeah, that's forever. But anyway, let's say for a year it's like $1,200 plus like the upfront one, so $1,300 on average. I'd say average, but I
Yeah.
have no idea. Like whatever amount you're comfortable with
Let's try it.
upfront, like do
Mhm.
the work and not feel like you're,
Yeah. I
wasting
like,
your.
yeah, I like that. It's just basically a performance-based gig. Like for every client you bring in, $100. And if they're making any money, you make money too.
Yeah, so it's kind
So
of
like the the long-term value of the offer is like the better I get at getting better quality affiliate marketers, the more money that you make and the more money that I make off the back.
yeah, it's like the better the fit, the more money everyone makes. It's like that's the beauty of this thing. Like everybody wins. It's like you find someone, you win because you get paid up front.
Hmm.
I win because I make a percentage of the back end. You also make a percentage of the back end. They win because they get to like make a crap ton of money. And their audience wins because they get to copy their business and also make money. It's like literally every single person in this process is making money. And I feel like since you're developing the skill of like, how quickly can I find a client for my client? Like, this is good practice for you. And it's like, if you become really good, you can be like, right, I found like, I know I can find a client in 1 hour. So let's go find a client, make $100. And that's my day of work.
Hmm.
It's pretty cool to see you work, because like, I've seen it from the outside, but this is kind of like seeing it from your perspective.
Well, it's funny, like now that I'm doing this, I'm like, I'm watching what I'm doing a little bit more closely too, because I'm noticing that stuff that I do kind of unconsciously is very good sales behavior. Like I'm really, like I'm looking for things that I agree with that I can mirror. It's like, okay, well, I value that. Like self-reflection, that's something that I do a lot of myself and like, well, I can like move myself into like the same space that they're in. So it's like the thing of like in customer service, like when you work at the restaurant, they're like if somebody's upset, like you come around out from a behind the counter over to their side of the counter so that you're just kind of like telegraphing you're on their side. And it's the
Yeah,
same psychological thing of like how much alignment and um what's the word they use in sales all the time? Like how much rapport can you
right?
build with people? Um, because that's the more that you can make yourself appear like them, the more that they feel safe with you, the more that they like feel like they can trust you. The more different you appear to somebody, it's like they have so many more safeguards up, and so they're constantly filtering your like their experience of you through like what kind of dangerous stuff do I need to be on the lookout for? If you can create an impression early that like I'm very similar to you, I like you, like that makes them be more likely to filter through like what else about this person can I appreciate or like is like me so that I can feel more good about being around that person. And it's like those first impressions are really important. And I think I do that sort of
Dude,
naturally, but I hadn't really paid very much attention to it. It's like a lot of the stuff that they teach you in sales, it's like, oh, that stuff's like intrinsic to human behavior if you want people to like you and be friends with you.
I just realized something. You have a distinct advantage over Randy in this example or me in my business. Because if it was Randy posting the questions and answering, and then at some point it's like, oh, I'm actually building this paid membership I think you'd be a good fit for. The
Hmm.
person's like, oh, was he trying to just get me in the membership the entire time?
Hmm.
Whereas for you, it's like, hey, I'm just a member of the group. And it's like, even if you mention like, hey, Randy like hired me to find the right fit, and I think you're a right fit for this, because it's
Yeah.
not your business, the person
Hmm.
doesn't feel like they were tricked.
Right.
And it's like the same thing for me. It's like if you go in like affiliate or solo ad swap groups and whatever, it's like find someone who has exactly everything I'm looking for and just like have a conversation. You're like, hey, by the way, like my best friend is like has this amazing business idea he's going to launch for his business, but he's looking for people to test it out. I think you'd be a great fit. And it's like
Hmm.
that's going to come across way better than me going in the group and be like, hey, I have this offer to pitch you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like undercover. I don't know, undercover or something. I don't know how to call it.
Yeah. No, it totally does. I mean, we, for some reason, like we just trust people who recommend somebody else rather than people who self-promote because on some level it's like it has to be valuable on some level for somebody else to be willing to share it.
Dude, I don't know if this is going to work or not because I don't know if I'm the right person for this, but what if we promote each other's business? It's like I find
Yeah.
clients for you, you find clients for me, because we know that's more effective. And we know we're
Yeah,
going to do more for someone else than we're going to do for ourselves anyway.
that's absolutely true.
Because the strategy with this is literally like find people who would be a good fit, strike up a conversation, and at some point when it feels right, mention like, hey, by the way, my friend is doing this thing. I think you could really benefit from it.
Hmm.
Like, I don't really know how good I would be at that. But,
Ooh, I have an idea.
okay,
What if I niched down specifically to people who are building their list? So like, what if we started like a group where I'll help you grow your list, your audience. And the way that I help you do it is I just host a community where other people who are growing their list, they can help each other find people to add to their list organically. I'll show them how I go about doing that. If they want me to personally do it for them, obviously I'll charge, but like it's just going to be easier doing the work for somebody else that you really like and getting together with people regularly to say, okay, let's go do this for an hour or something. Like that overcomes so many of the motivation hurdles of having to do it for your own business or do it by yourself. And if I offer I help you get more clients or add more people to your list. And I support like affiliate marketers who are trying to grow their subscribers. I could basically just test a bunch of ideas by getting a group of people trying different things so we can find out what's most effective a lot quicker.
I mean, I don't know if that's a right fit for you and what you want to do, but it does make a lot of sense because we'd literally be building an audience that we can both benefit from.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can get paid to build their audience, and at the same time, I can get paid to like upgrade their back end business so they can make happen more money. And it's like we both make revenue off of that.
Yeah.
I guess it's up to you to decide if that's a right fit for you. It's like it makes
Yeah.
sense, but if it doesn't feel right for you, like you shouldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I want to help, I want us to help each other build like the other's business,
Mm-hmm.
but I want it to be the business that you want to build, not the business that makes sense to build given the situation.
Yeah.
You seem very amazed right now.
Yeah, so okay, let's flesh this out. I'm thinking,
I'm
okay,
just
so I
wondering.
had this thought as we're talking, like, what if I get good at launching a Facebook group? So like I have the same, like we were talking about, like with being able to like copy and paste funnels, like duplicate that workflow. It's like if all I'm doing is like, because it's like 3 clicks to start a Facebook group. Like you name the group, and then if you just do a text banner, it's like you could I could literally, like, anytime somebody wants help, be like, this is how I help people. Um, I'm gonna start a group. You can invite people to it, and I will help your target audience. I'll help your niche be better at what they're doing. And you're gonna be like one of the group owners of it. So you're seen as the authority. I'm just somebody that's helping you. And I'm like, and then basically anything I do for any group, I just copy that and just push it out to all the groups. So if I'm just like doing a whole bunch of groups where it's like people like I might try 8 or 9 different experiments on one group until I find something that's working. It's like you go across a lot of different niches, like, well, whatever the things that are the principles that are the same, like those are going to show up in all of them. And then you'll be able to realize, oh, so it's like you need to do maybe like these 3 things, these 4 things in any audience building process.
Something came up while you were talking. the idea of this group of like, I mean, I'm going to use it as an example, but it doesn't necessarily have to be you. It's like, let's say you go out and try to find people that are a right fit for my offer.
Mhm.
If you find someone, cool. We, pitch them, and if they become a client, great, and we all make money.
Yeah.
If not, then instead of pitching the offer, you're like, hey, we have this Facebook group that we're building for the exact type of person that you are. I think you'd be a right fit, and you add them to the group. And it's like, by doing that, you're growing the relationship, growing the group, and at the same time, you're creating future clients. Just like
Mhm.
maybe their list isn't big enough yet, but maybe in a year they will be. And if they're in the group and they know us, in a year when we're like, hey, we have this offer that can help you like double your income, they're going to be like, well, yeah, of course I want it. So it's kind of like this principle of reusing like unusable leads for the future.
Mhm.
Like it's a lot of work, and like I know I don't want to run a Facebook group and do that, but it's like if there's a way to do that kind of like on the back burner to catch all the clients that we approach that weren't a right fit, it's like, well, at some point in the future they might be coming.
Mhm.
And it's like as the group grows and like people start inviting other people, it's like naturally there are going to be people who are a right fit that are like invited to the group.
Mhm.
Anyway, just a thought that occurred to me as you were speaking.
Yeah. Um, I'm thinking.
Ooh, depending on what your offer is, what if you could prospect for both of ours at the same time? So it's like you prospect for mine. If they're not a right fit, you're like, hey, you want me to help you build your audience bigger? So it's like, if they're right fit, pitch them my offer. If they're not a right fit, pitch them your services.
Mhm.
Like that way you're doing like half the work for twice the result.
Yeah. I'm trying to debate whether or not it would be better to have a whole bunch of like separate groups. No, actually it only makes sense if I'm partnering with somebody and they want to run the group. Like they want to have
Yeah.
it be a place where they're nurturing and building a relationship with those people. Um, hmm.
So you'd be kind of like setting
And
up the group and handing it off.
yeah, it's sort of like I'll help you get the basics of what you need for any group set up. I'll I'll do some of the heavy lifting, and you know what it oh this is great. This is awesome. So what it should be is I will help you for free. This is my filtering process of who's willing to take action. So it's like, here's all the steps you need to start a Facebook group. Like, go start the group, create the name, like have a conversation with a couple people. If you can get 10 people, 12 people in a group that want what you have, and you start that group and you get those people in there, I'll come help you build your group for free. Basically what I'm offering them is like, I'll come into your community and help create more engagement. What I'm actually getting out of it is the people who are taking action, who are gonna be growing, I get to be a founding member in their community. I'm seen as an authority leader and somebody who knows how to help build groups. I'm not advertising that other than just people know that from the experience of that group growing. But I'm filtering people out by like, I'm not gonna do it for you, you go do it. If you can get people into it, and I'll show you exact like, do this step, do this step, do this step, do this step, do this step. And if they take action, it's like, that's the kind of person that I can help because I can give them the ideas and they'll go do it. And then I'll be in there, just be like slowly, like pulling people together, connecting all the, things together, and spinning the web. But like, I don't have to do all of the, like the grind work of the stuff that's not actually stuff that they couldn't do themselves.
Okay, but
Because the value of, what's that?
how do you get paid with this model? You're like,
That's
"Oops."
an excellent question. That's an excellent question. Um. hmm. Yeah, I probably can't offer time as something to do for free. Like if they want me to be in their group or invite people to their group.
'Cause I feel like where we are at the moment, if we're
Mhm.
investing time, we need recurring income. Like, I
Mhm.
think both of us are past the point where it's like, yeah, we're just gonna get paid for like our time. It's like, yeah, okay, we can get paid for our time, but we need some sort of recurring income on the back end so I can keep profit from the work that I did. So is there a way to have recurring income on the back end of that offer?
I think the recurring income should be, I mean, again, this is like, I don't know. I probably need to talk to the market, but in my head, it seems like if they know how to generate leads or if they know how to get people to the group, because I've seen a fair amount of groups that are like, like what the guy that I used to pay for branding, he has a group where he's pushing out content, original content every day. And there's about 1,100, 1,200 people in his group. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's talking because he's made himself like, I'm the expert, like I'm the one pushing stuff out, like listen to me. And so like there really isn't a reason for anybody to engage. He could like could be that group could be getting him clients like every day if it was engaged and people were talking about how awesome it would be to like be able to create content every single day on the like clockwork. And they would be inviting people to the group saying like, hey, have you seen what Cody is doing? Like this guy just cranks stuff out all the time, like every single day there's like a new post.
Okay, would there
Like
be a way for
there's
you?
enough things going in that business that I'm like, if I could serve just that type of client who like they already know how to get people into a container, but they're not nurturing them. And that's what community really is really good for. It's like continuing to build the relationship with them because it's not you having to invest your time over and over again. It's like the community does it for you while you're waiting for them to mature.
So what if your offer was you come into their existing group or you help them build the group and it's like you make sure their backend offer is a subscription model. And you're like, I'm gonna like come in, create the right culture, create the group in the right way, teach you what to do in the future. You can keep this going. And I get 10% of every subscription you get from the group.
Yeah. I just basically become an affiliate marketer for their thing inside their own group.
But it's not just like the like people you sign up to their offer while you're managing the group. It's like I'm managing the group and setting up the culture and showing you what to do. So as long as you keep doing this, you're going to keep getting clients. But I make 10% of the back end all the time.
Yeah. I feel like it could be, I feel like it could be a bigger deal, like a bigger cut. I mean, I don't
I mean,
know.
I'm just using that as an example, like whatever amount seems right.
Yeah, probably depends on the person, but it's like, I mean, I guess if they're doing like $100,000 offer and 10% of, that's like 10K.
But I mean, even
Sure.
if it's just like a $50 a month subscription, like if they have 1,000 people from that group that sign up, that's $50,000 per month. If you make 10% of that, that's 5,000 per month recurring income or going in and doing the work once.
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm, hmm, hmm.
Because I feel like the point where we are, it's like we need to either create recurring income or get paid multiple times for the exact same amount of work.
Yeah.
Where we can like pretty much copy and paste the process and it's like, all right, we're getting paid for our time, but it's very little work and I get money on the back end, so I'm happy.
Mhm. Well, I think I know the prospect I'm gonna talk to today then. Um, yeah, because he has a reoccurring revenue model. I think it's like a setup fee and then to have ongoing content. Um, his offer is actually like it's a high ticket offer. It's something like $8,000 for it's like a monthly fee of like $800 and he works with you for like 6 months and he says if you don't make your money back at the end of 6 months, I'll keep working with you until you start making money. And I feel like if his I don't know what his offer is now, if he's updated that offer, but if he's like generating results for people, like if he's helping them get clients with the content that he's creating, like that can be a performance based off. That can be like you just like you're gonna pay me $2,000. We'll do the research to figure out what kind of content you need. We're gonna generate that stuff every month. You get your content. You can pre-schedule. I think they even pre-schedule it out for you. Have a VA that does it for you. And then if they have it like a subscription basis, like $200 a month, to just continue creating the content that gets you leads. Like if it's the one question that you need to be asking in your business that gets people thinking, raising their hand to, how do I work with you? Like I have a couple questions, you know, um, and there needs to be a really clear path to that. Like in his group, there's no offer. There's no way to like, there's no invitation to book a call. There's no, this is how you work with me. This is how much it costs. This is what you get. There, there isn't anything. And like, if you just created a couple of those things and then built the culture around like, this is the promise, you can get more clients. If you have content that's talking about your thing every day, if you're asking the right question, people want to know the answer. It's like, how do I get this result? My business.
Sounds like a very good client for you to approach.
Yeah.
Because your offer would literally, well, be very similar to mine of like, hey, do you want to
Mhm.
like, make a crap ton more money from your pre-existing audience with no extra work? Because I'm going to do the work for you.
Mhm. All right. So I know what I need to do. I'm gonna go talk to him about scheduling he's a podcaster. Like he started a podcast this year. And I could totally invite him to do an interview in the Freedom Initiative and be like, hey, I got like almost 2,000 people who listen to me in this group. And I helped grow it from like, it was like a couple hundred people. It's like almost 2,000 people now. It's not my group, but I helped establish some of the culture. Brian invited me in there pretty early. And then I helped them launch the paid community. Like there's like 46 paying members in this reoccurring revenue community, and we're about to launch another one that I'm going to basically run. So like from a business standpoint, I'm generating results. And I know him enough that I could probably have like a really casual conversation like this. And I don't really need to have like a big presentation. So I feel like I could, I'm just trying to figure out, okay, so what exactly is the offer? The offer would be, I want to help you leverage your group to get you more clients. If I can help you engage your community and clients start coming in, I want a cut of all of the people who enter your ecosystem from your group. And that'll just be like, we'll turn your client, your free Facebook group into like a client getting engine. And if you're not, I don't know what, if he knows like what his Facebook group is worth, like how many dollars he's making a month off of the amount of people that are in his group. Because there's hardly anybody talking. I don't know if he's getting clients regularly from the group, but I feel like if they were more engaged, it would be a lot more like, because any new person coming into the groups, like all I'm doing is seeing like motivational quotes from this guy who was like, who is this kid? Like it doesn't talk about using content to get clients. It's just motivational stuff.
I feel like because with Randy, you literally just posted a question and he answered, you had a chat with him and kind of like figured out, okay, what do you need? How much do I charge? I think you can do the same thing with this. I don't think you need like a predefined offer or pitch.
Yeah. Hey, do you want me to help you get more clients from your group? Like, hey, Cody, been a little while. Notice there isn't a lot of, I mean, I don't even need to say that. It's like, he invited me last year, be like, hey, I'd be interested to see what you could do with my group. And if I tell him, hey, you asked me this once, would you like some help getting clients from your group now?
Yeah, because he already opened the door. You're just like, the door is still open?
Yeah.
I feel like you're really good at finding one client. Like, I don't know, I don't think you're at the level yet where you like, you know exactly how to set up a strategy or a system to find them consistently. But it's like, if a person's like, hey, I have this offer, I need this type of person, can you find him for me? You're like, yeah, I can do that. And you definitely can. So it's like, you're really good at that. So if you find a way to generate recurring income from just like a few clients instead of like, hey, I want you to generate like an endless supply of
Yeah.
clients. I need 10 clients. Can you get me 10 clients? And if you get paid recurring income on those 10 clients, then you're making like a lot of money. Just like as an example, like for my offer, it's like, all right, if it's a 10,000 person list, 100, like 1% signs up, they make 10,000 more per month. I make 10% of that. That's an extra 1,000 per month. And I don't know where I'm going with this. I lost track. Anyway, that principle. All right, I have no clue what I'm gonna do for work today. Like the solo ads already set up. I could
Mhm.
find a few more offers and set up the autoresponder for that. But like I still have a week or so before like the other ones are done. I'm just trying to
Mhm.
see what should I be doing today.
What if you don't do anything? What happens?
Nothing. So same as usual.
Well, are there any people that you can think of that you know that might want something that I could do for them? Like help them build out their audience and help them get more clients. And is there somebody you could just reach out and be, hey, we're gonna talk. Let's talk. See what they're doing.
Hey, Jessica, what's up?
You
Uh,
should just do that. Be like, hey, Jessica, we need to talk. And then be like, what is it, Guillaume? Nothing. You just
It's
don't
like,
do enough
oh, I know
pointless
this
things in your
guy.
life.
I think
I
he could
just need to
really
get
help
you on
you
a
out with
call.
this. Okay.
I just hired this guy to help me grow my list. I think you'd really like working with him. Oh, who is it?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. But I'm also gonna like go through my Facebook list and just see like, is there anyone that could use your services? I don't know, I'm thinking of a few people, but I feel like you already know them, but anyway, we'll see. You seem very cold, and by that I mean you are frozen.
Oh wow, it's already 12:40, 12:45. Oh, I don't have a car, so I can't go that much. Never mind.
But I somehow I like this concept of like, oh, I don't need to try to find clients for myself, but let's see if I can find clients for Aaron. Somehow it seems more fun. It's weird. Ooh, that'd be really cool. We're just like randomly doing our stuff, and like at some point you're like, oh yeah, by the way, I found you a client. Here you go.
What's the name?
Sorry?
What did you say?
Oh, I was saying you look very cold, and by that you're frozen, but now you're unfrozen, so you're warming up. But yeah, I like this idea of just for fun, like, let's see if we can get clients for each other.
Yeah, do it.
All right, I know what I have to do today.
Cool. Well, I guess that's it.
Just for fun, I wonder if this would work. Like as a business strategies, like this is how I make my income. I just see like the people I'm friends with and figure out who can like how can I get clients for them? And it's like your focus is just getting clients for other people. without like pitching anything, without offering them anything, and just being like, all right, what's
Mhm.
gonna come as a result of this?
Mhm.
Because like imagine someone's reaction of like, hey Bob, how you doing? By the way, I found you a client. Here you go. Oh, dude, that would be a
That's
great way to pitch your services. It's
mhm,
like, hey, I found this guy, he's a perfect fit for you, and he's ready to
mhm,
pay. All you have to do is have a conversation with him. And then on the back end, you're like, hey, if you want, I can, do that for you and I
mhm.
can get paid. But it's like, that's your pitch. Your pitch is here's a free client.
Yeah. I mean, if you know how to generate leads, that's the perfect like lead magnet is a free lead. It's like if you've raised your hand and said like I need to get clients, like if you just basically have a way that you can go do that, it's like here's your you know here's your complimentary $2,000 person or whatever.
Oh man,
That's super
that's
valuable.
like it's a high-end client. It's like, oh, that person just paid you $2,000. By the way, I have this service where I can get you more clients. It happens to be $2,000.
Hmm. That's genius. Like, hey, would you like to hire me to get you clients? My services are $2,000. I went ahead and got you your first client who's willing to pay you $2,000. So you want to hire me to find more people like that?
And it's like they don't have the excuse of, oh, I can't afford
Like,
it. Man, that's literally an irresistible
dang.
offer. Like,
So
I got
so
you this
yeah, you could
to
literally
pay
just
for my
do
services.
lead gen. You do lead gen and then go like, hey, I have a client who needs help with anxiety. Who wants this client? Hire me to find more people like that, and they're yours.
Oh, that is really powerful.
So like literally, you could just build the front end of people's businesses that it's like you're getting all of these clients, but you don't want to do any of the fulfillment. So this is the perfect business for us. Like we just learn how to get people, and then I don't want to coach you. Like I don't have a program like, but I know somebody who that's what their expertise is, and they don't even need to have that conversation. It's just like, yes, I want that. I'm gonna pay, and then you just funnel them to the right person. So and oh dang.
Like that is literally like next level of like irresistible offer. Instead of like, hey, let me get
Mhm,
you client free. It's like, here's your first
mhm,
client. They're gonna pay for my services. Do you want to hire me?
mhm. Yeah.
Wow.
So I think what I'm seeing is, people always say, don't sell people what you do, like you sell them what they want, and then you kind of sneak in what you do and as like a value added. So like often with mindset coaching, they'll talk about that. It's like what they really want is like they don't want to be anxious. Like they don't want to know your framework or like any of your philosophy, or it's like just help them get through it. But I think that's what it is with business services. Like pretty much what people want is I want more revenue in my business, so I need more clients. Doesn't matter what kind of service you offer. If you can help people get more clients, like you're in demand. That's what the market wants. That's the only thing the market wants. So if you're, I mean, it's like Felix uses this illustration. It's like, is it easier to market something that's in high demand um, with little skill, or have high skill and market something that not very many people want? And he's like, If you're in the desert and you have a truck full of water and people are thirsty, how much selling do you need to do? None. You just drive up to that. I have water, and people will buy it right away. Like you don't need to sell it because the need is already there. And for business, getting clients is that need. That's the desert problem that we have. So whatever you do, whether it's newsletter, community building, it's like, okay, the community building is a great additional result, but if the community generates clients or revenue, that is what the market wants. So
Yeah, so it's kind
I
of like
just need
instead
to
of,
start pitching that I help people get clients.
yeah, so it's like instead of, oh, I see you have a group that you're not using, let me help you use it better and make more money. It's like, okay, let me get
Yeah,
you more clients. And then it's like the way that I
I
do
help you. I help you get more clients from your group. That's my promise. So it's like, if you don't have a group, you probably aren't the right person, but if you reach out and you're like, hey, can you help me start a group? Yeah, like I've got an affiliate deal. It's like, I'll show you exactly what you need to do to start a group. Go do that and then come talk to me. Or it's like, I have a group, but I'm not getting the clients I want. All right, great, let's talk.
and I feel like all you need to
That's
do,
that's
just like,
the right offer. It's like I
hey, you're back.
say that again.
Hey, you're back. You froze for a second. Ah, there you go. I think we already know what we need to do. You keep freezing all the time.
Get clients every single day. That's a great promise. Get more clients from your group. 13 members. Let's see. I'm gonna turn off my video because it's stuttering pretty bad. Let's do. You still there?
Yep, I'm just realizing, because I was thinking like, all right,
Alright.
the question we asked today was, how can we, easily get clients? And my solution was just get someone else to do it.
Let's cut to the chase. This isn't any old Facebook group. This is not for entrepreneurs, looky-loos, spammers, or spectators. This group is about one thing and one thing only: helping coaches and consultants make money from their expertise, have a valuable program or service that wants to master the art of attract high-ticket clients that they can serve at a high level, make the world a better place. If you want to know what it really takes to sell your knowledge and expertise in the form of transformational offers for 3,000 to 10,000 or more, and create automated systems that summon an endless flood of highly targeted leads that convert your dream into dream clients that happily pay you $2,000, $10,000, you're in the right place. With entrepreneurs who tend to break the rules, there are two rules that are required for the group. No promotional posting whatsoever. No negativity. All right, so interesting. Not huge on rules, but I'm huge on respect. No promotional posting whatsoever. I wonder why he's keeping it so closed. Take a look at what his client attraction university, client attraction mastery club, and his branding's all over the place. Get clients daily. What's your best email address for us to send you our 7-figure client attraction secret checklist, training, and the link to our weekly live. Your email will be used to send values-based promotional material we think you'll love. Basically asking me to sign up to their newsletter.
And I think my brain's like overloaded at the moment. Because I keep trying to think of stuff and my brain's like, nah, I'm good. So I was trying to think like, all right, what would be an offer where we could literally find network marketers who would go out and just, find the right people, and whenever they find the right someone, it's like, hey, my friend is doing exactly what you need. Let me connect you with him. It's like for every client, they would make like
Mhm.
1,000. So for them, they're like, okay, this pays really well. I want to do this. And what would be the system that's kind of like
Uh-huh.
semi-automated, so it doesn't require a lot of work from us, and it's recurring income, so we can afford to pay $1,000 up front.
Yeah. I mean,
I think,
I feel like the right way to do that. Go ahead.
I just think like it is that exact service of like for like affiliate marketers who have newsletters. It's like,
Mhm.
let me come in on the back end and build a business. Like the first time it can be a lot of work, but then the rest is a lot of just copy and paste.
Mhm.
It's like, if it's a person with 10,000 lists and like average 1% signs up, it's like, all right, I'm making 1% or like 1,000 per client per month. It's like, I'm more than happy to pay 1,000 to get one client.
Mhm.
Anyway, I think I'm jumping ahead as usual.
Um, get off the client getting roller coaster and build a client creating factory.
That's pretty good.
Seven-figure society mastermind, client attraction university growth scale. We're on a mission to help 1 million coaches and consultants add an extra $1 million to their annual revenue while working 50% less. Once that's done, it will add $1 trillion to the global economy, and the ripple effect of that is massive. Markel started his first business around the age of 9, taking out the trash of his neighbor's low-income apartment he grew up in.
What was that?
It was a talking mushroom.
Okay, then.
Here's what people are saying. Tara Reid did $60,000 on Saturday. Markel helped me grow my business to 6 figures in less than 12 months. I'd like to thank Markel for helping me get my first $3,000 paying client. So working with Markel, I've already booked a very high ticket clients. Was able to increase my prices. Jasmine did an extra $47, 60 days. Let me do 37,638 in only 7 days. Add an extra $21,000 to my income after working with the market. Since working with Raquel, I bought a brand new Mercedes Benz. I'm about to buy a new home and I'm shooting for $100,000 this year. Jocelyn Bilstein. Okay, so I could totally figure out what this guy's doing by just going to all of these people and looking at their groups. Like, what's the same across all of these groups? Like, oh, well, that's the strategy then.
Yeah, I guess it comes down once again to just copy other people's business.
Mm-hmm.
I like copy the model, literally copy their business.
Yeah. But that's the thing is like, there really is not anything that's very new. It's just
Yeah.
everybody wants the same freaking thing. So if you start offering that, the people that actually know and trust you will come to you instead of some stranger. That's all it boils down to. So it all comes back down to networking. It always comes back down to networking. It's like that. I mean, that's and if from one sense, it's like that's the tree of life. In some aspect, it's like everything is connected to everything in a way. And so if you just recognize that that's how it works, like everything has to have some connection somewhere. Just start building those connections. That's how you find success.
I
Since
feel like
working
there's
with
something,
Markel, go ahead.
I don't know, I just feel like there's something here. I don't know what it is. I don't know, at this point, my brain's like overheating and it's like, nah, I'm good, just taking a break. So I don't know how uninteresting this conversation is.
Oh wow, we've been talking for like 3 hours. Two and
I
a half
feel like
hours.
we haven't really said much.
Well, we did get me to take action. I'm helping my client.
Yeah,
And
true. You're gonna get like at least 1 or 2 clients into Randy's program today. My bad. All good.
what is your best email address for us to send you? Okay. Let's check out this dude's thing. Client attraction
First-
diversity. Um, private message with the details. Wow.
All right. Well,
So they're have some sort of messenger script.
not that this isn't super interesting, but I mean, I can't even see you and I can't really hear, like I can barely hear what you're doing because you're just like working away. So I don't really see a need to continue this conversation. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, we can end.
I mean, unless there's something you want to talk about, because I feel like I'm just sitting here while you're doing research.
Um, yeah, we can. Should we wrap it up? So what is the one question? We specialize in helping coaches and consultants attract more clients on autopilot and rapidly grow their business while working 50% less. Would you like us to send you a private message with the details explaining how? That's the one question. there are quite a few groups who have figured out this question and they put it in their Facebook group, like notes.
Yeah.
Like, that's all we have to do. We have to like, this is a proven model. We don't even have to prove it. The people who are making money are doing this in their business.
What if, what if that's all you have to do? Go to groups and you're like, hey, this is my offer. I'm gonna help you get more like conversions from a group and everything. It's like, all you do is just literally copy and paste.
Yeah. Okay, I think we have an offer. I think we have, I mean, well, let's test it. Let's do it on ourselves. Like, you have your newsletter thing.
Looks like you're about to commit suicide.
Um, okay, so here's what I'll do. We should start a Facebook group for you. That's all about making money online, like to attract affiliate marketers, like how to double your affiliate marketing income overnight. And then just ask this exact question. It's like, I specialize in helping affiliate marketers who have an existing email list double their income with a super irresistible offer. Like, do you want to find out more about my particular system? And if they say yes, then like, you're automatically talking to those people to find out if the idea that you have is like actually going to work and be valuable to them. And
But
I
how do you
think
build
you,
a group?
what's that?
That's the, how do you build a group?
I mean, we just start it and start inviting people to it.
Like, do we need to post and create content? Because it's just like, that's what I don't like about having a group.
Mhm.
Like, you need to generate content, you need to create like engagement and stuff like that. It's like, I do not want to do that.
No, I don't think you need to create that much stuff. It's like the one question, like, what's the one question you need to do? And I think for me, I've seen people use this strategy a lot. They're like, what do people want? They want more leads. They want more people in their thing. So what people do is they go on into groups where they allow promotion, be like, hey, promote your group, drop your group thing here. They're finding leads of people who have audiences, but they say like, promote your thing right here. And then you put your group right in the thing. And it's like, well, what I help people, I help affiliate marketers who have, so you're getting lots of engagement right away from people who want to promote their stuff. But then you're also getting leads of people who have audiences.
It's kind of funny that we're like, let's start a Facebook group, but it's like, I can't even join Facebook groups at the moment. So I doubt I'll be able to create one. Even if I can create one, how am I going to go in groups to invite people to my group?
Well, I'll do it. I mean, eventually you'll be, I mean, I should be able to invite you to, I think.
I don't even know if I can create a group at the moment, so I guess I'll have to see if I'm able to do that.
Oh, you can always add people as admins later. And to be honest, like, I don't know if you even, like, do you even want to run a group?
I do not want to run a group.
So then, yeah, I mean, maybe that'll be my high ticket offer. Be like, I will run your group, so you don't have to. This is my fee every month, but like, it will get you clients. So if we test that and it's working, then it's like, I've got the case study, I've got it's like, I know that we get on average like 3 to 5 clients a month. That usually, like, if you have an offer that's $2,000 or more, like, you're going to be making $6 grand. My fee is like 2, whatever.
Yeah, if we're able to do this, it's like, it generates, let's say, even 3 clients per month. If like, and the process is gonna be mostly automated, because once I do the first 1 or 2, it's literally just like reuse the same videos, copy or paste, do the back end work, and I can even hire a VA to do it.
Mhm.
Where it's like, this could add like 3,000 in recurring revenue every single month.
Mhm.
Like, even if it's just 1 client per month, like 1,000 in recurring revenue every single month added, like in a year, it's 12,000 per month.
Mhm.
2
Yeah.
years, 24,000, 3 years, 36,000, like goes up
Yeah.
fast.
And I think the thing that I have that's the advantage is like everybody uses the same group formula. It's like, here's the required questions you have to answer, put in your email, blah, blah, blah. Like you force people to get on your list before they've even had your experience. And it's like, you can get a lot more people into your group and get a lot more engagement by allowing people to post promotions, by making a public group, people can see it. But like you're still doing the exact same thing, which is like asking the one question in a place where everybody will see it by just pinning it to the top of your group. So if you make your group public, like open, allow whatever you want, but you're the most prominent person in there, like you're posting the most stuff, like you can still do the same thing, but you lower the bar of resistance for more people to be in there and you create more engagement, which attracts more people. So I think if I iterate what people are doing based on what I'm seeing is working with Brian and building in my own like kind of connection personality into the system, I think I mean, there's no way it can do worse than what people are doing.
There's like so many ways to get clients, yet we still have no, well, you do, but I still have no clients. And it's just like, how, like, no, it's not how bad can I be? It's like, how lazy and how much do I sabotage myself that even given all these ways to get clients, I still don't have any.
Well, I mean, part of me is like, I don't think building a business is your purpose. I think that's part of the reason it doesn't feel like super exciting to do. I think you like the tangible 3D, like, no, this is the experience of life that I want to be in. Like going out doing stuff with people, like climbing stuff, running, like seeing the world. That's the stuff you want to spend your time doing. And so the business thing is interesting in the sense that it's like, well, I haven't done that before, but it's also kind of pretend. It's all like it all exists in a plane that you can't touch and see and feel. And in some sense, it's like that doesn't light you up the same way that like sitting down and having a conversation with somebody, or like going out to the market and visiting a new town. That's my guess. So it's like there's
Yeah.
never ever going to be the same intrinsic motivation here with this unless you decide no, making money is like one of the ways I keep score and like that's fun for me. I don't think it will ever matter. So it's like get somebody else to do it. Like pay them out of what you're making and like just keep paying more people to keep growing your thing so that you can go, because honestly, for you to be happy, it's like I have enough with plenty of surplus to cover my expenses and to fund the lifestyle that I want, and to find a couple people that want to live that lifestyle with me so that it's like we just go completely free through the world and just have experiences. I think that's really all it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that being said, how could you make the shift and say, I already have that. I'm gonna go do what I want to do and expect that the universe is gonna find me the people that will do it for me by going and doing the life that I already want to live, that I'm able to live right now. Like by putting that into action, can I manifest the steps that need to happen for this to keep happening?
It's funny because last week I saw this ad on Facebook about like manifestation and stuff like that. I'm like, that seems like, okay, you know, like ClickBank offers, like it was that kind of offer of like
Mhm.
really like cheesy and oversold, and it's like so many like trigger words that I'm like,
Mhm.
that seems so scammy, but I'm like, whatever, let's give it a shot.
Mhm.
And I mean, I started going through it yesterday, so I only did like the first 2 episodes, but it's literally about like manifesting money.
Mhm.
Like, okay, maybe I'll give it a try.
This is like a free course or something?
No, it was like it was paid, but it was literally like a 365-day like guarantee. It's like I have a year to try this. If I'm not satisfied, I can get all my money back.
Hmm.
So I'm like, well,
Hey, so talk to me about this ad, because you said it was scammy, didn't particularly resonate with you, but it had a good money back guarantee, and it's sort of something you were kind of interested in. So it's like,
actually,
how did you go from being like, it wasn't a heck yes, to like, I'll try it. Like, if we can get the business to, like, if you have a good lead into your business, that's like, you know, lots of people be like, I'll try it.
I don't
Make a
remember
lot of money.
exactly, but the reason was like we spoke about something that day about like manifestation or attracting or magnetism, something like that. And then
Mhm.
like a little later that same day, that ad pops up, and I'm like, well, that is oddly convenient. We were just talking about that, and this pops up. And it's like as I
Mm.
was going through the process of like purchasing and the different upsells and everything, it's like it seemed more and more scammy, and there's a lot of like trigger words that I'm like, yeah, that's probably crap.
Mhm.
I'm like, there's a reason why this appeared there. And because there's a
Mm.
year-long like refund policy, whatever. And it's like as I just started going through the course, and it's like in one of the episodes, the second one, I think he's like, hey, leave a comment below. And there was like over 4,000 comments.
Wow.
So I'm like, all right,
That's
let's say like even only half of people comment. That's like 8,000 people who bought that course.
yeah.
And I'm like,
How much was this?
I forget because I bought like a few different upsells, but the base one was like, I forget, like 40, 60 bucks, like something under $100.
Oops.
And then there was like the upsell of like, well, this is the thing you need to do, but if you really want to unlock your full potential, here's the complete upsell. And then it's like, well, if you want to unlock everything within my like vault, then you can pay
Mhm.
for more. And it's like, it's funny, like at some point, like Facebook closed the ad because I was on it for too long, just because there was that many upsells. So it's
Wow.
like the last upsell that I probably would have gotten, I wasn't able to because Facebook literally closed the ad before I could. And it's like, I even reached out to like support. It's like, hey, I didn't get a chance to upgrade to that final one. Can you upgrade me? Never got a response. I'm just like, everything about this seems super scammy, but the timing of it, I'm like, no, there is a reason why this appeared. So let's give it a shot. Yeah, maybe
What's
I
it
just,
called?
wow, I don't even remember. I don't remember whatsoever. Anyway, the guy's name is Wesley Virgin. And it's like
Wesley?
Wesley Virgin. Like the way he was pitching it was like, hey, I was in the army and like I got discharged, and then like some really high ranking like um general like gave me access to this strategy to like manifest and attract money. It's like they're basically using like it as a cult to, use it for bad stuff, but I want people to use it for good. And it's like, it just
Mhm.
sounded like super like conspiracy theory, scammy, like everything. But I'm like, whatever, who cares? Just like literally everything about this was screaming like, don't buy this. This is a scam. This is a waste of money. But I'm like, nah, for some reason I feel like I should. It's like I started just after I bought it, like I'm like, oh, I'll just Google the guy. It's like there's like scam alerts everywhere. And I'm like, you know what? No, I don't want to like get in that spirit of thinking this is a scam. Let's just try it, see what
Mhm.
happens. If it doesn't work, I just get my money back. I don't lose anything.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't know. It's weird how it all came together.
His YouTube channel has like
Because the thing is like
dang
what really can
33.85 billion referential links.
like what really sold me is like there was video reviews by I forget who, but like really like super famous people, like Tony Robbins level of famous.
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, they're submitting video reviews using his real, like his name.
Mhm.
Like this can't be fake. Like the whole offer seems scammy the way it's set up,
Mhm.
but it's like these very famous, successful people would not have given him a review if this was crap. So anyway, I don't know. We'll see.
I wonder
Uh,
if he uses bad press as a part of his marketing strategy.
maybe. It's like he's obviously making a bunch of money with this. Like
Mhm.
4,000 like comments in the first like second video, I think it was. And it's like, a lot of
His
the times you go in a course and you see comments and they're like, oh, from like a couple months ago or a couple of years ago. It's like first
Mhm.
like 2, 3 pages I went through, it's like 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago. Like there's a
Mhm.
lot of people like recently jumping into this. I'm like,
Mm.
let's jump on the boat, give it a try, see what happens.
Mm.
All right, watching you eat popcorn is making me hungry. Yeah, sure. Eat more, make me more hungry. You froze for a second with like your fingers in your mouth. It looked like you were trying to throw up. All right, so I'm guessing I should go eat, and I'm guessing I should let you research him to see how much of a scam it really is. But don't tell me because I want to live in delusion until I go through the course, just to see if it works.
Hmm. Interesting.
I just realized our perfect audience for the YouTube channel. People who just kind of like play our videos in the background, so they're only half listening. So it's like, if we get a bunch of those people, we can get a ton of views, but it's like, no one's actually really listening to what we're saying. They just like hearing us in the background, you know?
Mhm. I wonder if there's a way we can tap into the like people who listen to stuff to fall asleep niche. Because those people are just gonna stay on your channel. So if we can get a bunch of viewers that are like, that would be really interesting. I should analyze that niche. Like, what is it that they say? Can I tap into the like entrepreneur, motivational business like crowd with the like people who want to fall asleep? And then that's the perfect merge of like our,
That would be a really good way to get a bunch of views. Like create videos for like, reconditioning your brain that you listen to while you're sleeping. You're like, all right,
Mhm.
5-minute video, just like put it on repeat and listen to it all night. Just like one person's literally listening to it like 100 times per night. Like I know views isn't
Well,
the only thing that's important for the algorithm. It's also about like likes and comments, but it's like that could be a really good way to get like a crap ton of views.
mhm. Okay. There are so many channels that have like thousands, hundreds of thousands or millions of views because they target that exact niche. Like white
Yeah, just
noise
like,
for babies or
yeah,
like, relaxing sounds for going to sleep. If you literally said the same thing, like, there is a small subsection of entrepreneurs who like are into self-hypnosis or like listening to motivational books and tapes and stuff as they go to sleep so that they process it in their subconscious. If that's what we're offering, you need a ton of views where the content is irrelevant. Like people don't really care the quality of the content; they just want to listen to it while they're sleeping. And then, what if you get people on the channel that are like, "I had this $1 million business idea," and it's like something that we talked about, and they don't
yeah.
even realize that it was from our podcast. But then, that's a result.
Huh.
That would be a really
Like it.
funny way for us to grow an audience.
I like it, but I think once again we're overthinking things.
In what sense?
In the sense that we overthink everything. We don't need to try to figure out like, oh, what's the right audience? How do we target them? It's just like we're doing this because we want to do this. It really doesn't matter what happens.
Yeah, it's true.
It's on my stomach, so when I'm breathing, it's like going up and down. You know what? It's funny how in the beginning we're trying to like be a little more professional. And we're like, yeah, people are gonna watch this, and now we're like, we really don't care. All right, so I guess what I need to do is listen to that, audio course
Mhm.
manifestation bullshit scam thingy, whatever it is. I don't know how to describe it. And yeah, just go on my Facebook and just look like, hey, who would be a good fit for Aaron? All right, so I guess I know what to do today.
Nice. All
First,
right.
I'm gonna go because I'm hungry.
All right. Sounds good. See you
All
later.
right. Enjoy your day.